Hey guys, Maria here. Today I'm coming at you with my summer pans and purges. So things that I've finished and things that I have decluttered over the summer months. I've got a container here of various products that I've either completed or I've decided to get rid of for various reasons. And I think we should just go ahead and get started. These are unfortunately not all of the products that I've completed or gotten rid of over the summer because I wasn't making videos at the time, so some things just went in the trash and I don't really have any kind of record of what I finished up. I know there's several things that I completed. So the first thing I have is actually from my Finish 13 by Halloween. This is Soap and Glory in the original pink body spray. I bought this in New York in February. I really like the scent of it, but it's definitely a more spring summery scent. I start to lean more towards a musky scent in the fall and winter, so I'm glad that I was able to finish this up, and it is something I would consider repurchasing in the future. I've got two skincare products. They both happen to be from Paula's Choice. This is the clinical 1% retinol treatment, and this is the Resist Hyaluronic Acid Booster. I liked both of these for the most part. The smell on this one I never really got along with, but I had to toss this one because if you see at the bottom here, this is all liquid, like it's separating. And I've actually had this for probably about 2 years, I think. So it's definitely past time for this one to be tossed. It's not finished, unfortunately. And I'm tossing this hyaluronic acid booster because I think this is breaking me out, like a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and toss it. I was able to finish up about half of it, but I was using it so inconsistently that I wasn't able to figure out this was the problem until I decided I wanted to finish it up, and I started using it more consistently, and I realized that the breakouts were bad enough that it was this product. It was the only thing that had really changed. I've got a bunch of makeup that I'm decluttering. So first I have my Tartelette palette. I just honestly never use this. I don't really like the shade range. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you've got a bunch of lighter shades, you've got some kind of mid-tone shades, and then all the way over to these dark shades. I don't use a lot of black in my eye makeup, so that would never get used up. This purple, these are both very patchy when I apply. No matter what kind of combination I've used, I cannot get them to look good at all. And I'm just honestly not a fan in general. But this is definitely gonna get decluttered. The other product I have is from Stila. This is the Eyes of the Window, and it's a shadow palette. It's the Soul palette. So this is what it looks like. I actually hauled this, I think, from Black Friday 2 years ago. So it's almost been 2 years. And I've barely used it. Like, there's almost not even dips on these products, if you can see. So I'm gonna pass this along to someone else who might get some enjoyment out of it. Another product that I'm getting rid of is my Benefit Dallas blush. I tried wearing this the other day, and you can see it really hasn't seen a lot of use. But I tried to wear this the other day, and it just doesn't have almost any pigment on my cheeks. It should be like a really beautiful rosy color. It just doesn't have any pigment on my cheeks. It should be a really pretty rosy color, but it just doesn't show up anything on my cheeks, and I don't like that. I have other blushes that I like a lot more, and I just don't care enough to continue messing with it and trying to work with it. So this is an expired product actually, and I didn't get to finish it, but I got a lot of good use out of it, so I'm not that disappointed. This is the Tarte Exposed Blush. This was the first higher end blush I ever purchased. You can see I do have pan on it, but it's super hard. There's almost no pigment coming off. I mean, you really have to work, and it did start breaking me out because I think it had gotten old and maybe some bacteria was hanging out in there, so it's going in the trash. Decluttered. What else did I declutter? I have my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I almost finished this up, but it got really, really dry. So I'm tossing it out. Lip products are a lot of what I have left. This is from Tarte, actually. This is a mascara. This is their Tarteist mascara. I think it's a kind of a newer line. I'm throwing it out because it gives me major raccoon eyes. It looks okay on the eye. It has a brush that kind of reminds me of Benefit They're Real, so I did have a lot of hope for it because that is my favorite kind of brush, but unfortunately it smeared under my eyes no matter what. It's something with the formula. I don't normally have that problem with mascara, but I just could not make it work, and I didn't want to continue trying to, honestly, with the amount of smearing that was happening. It was a lot. I think I pretty much have lip products left at this point. So I have a Tarteist lip paint. This is the birthday set that came. It's in the shade Birthday Suit. This was my Sephora birthday gift this year. I really liked this. The problem is I left it in my car, and I think the seal went bad or something, and it started getting all oily around it, and I just wasn't willing to mess with that anymore. I was afraid that maybe bacteria was getting in there or something, and I'm just not willing to mess with that kind of stuff. This is a Marvelous Moxie lip gloss. It's in the shade Rebel from Bare Minerals. The reason there's half of this left, this is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas, but I had my wisdom teeth taken out earlier this year, like at the beginning of summer, end of spring, and I got a really terrible infection from that. So everything that I ended up using around that time got tossed. And so that had to go because I just wasn't willing to risk anything around my mouth that I had used when I had that infection. So anyhow, I've got two lip balms I'm getting rid of. This is a Burt's Bees Coconut and Pear lip balm. And this is from like the Celestial Seasonings tea brand. This is their peppermint lip balm. Both of those I've just had for a long time. I haven't used them in a while, but they've been open for a long time. And so I decided it was time to toss those out. And then last but not least, I have my Jack Black lip balm. This is just in this Shea Butter and Vitamin E. This was also in my Finish 13 by Halloween. And I've got maybe 1 or 2 squeezes left at the bottom, but I figured I would go ahead and toss this in here. That way I'm not filming it way later in the end of fall. Oh, I forgot to talk about this actually. This is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the shade Lace Detail. There's nothing wrong with this. I've had it for a little while, but it's not like bad. I don't like the shade on me. It kind of leans grayish and makes me look a little dead, so I ended up tossing that. The only things I could think that I would repurchase, I will eventually repurchase some more of these Marvelous Moxie lip glosses from Bare Minerals. I would maybe, I have to check and see if Jack Black is cruelty free because I'm not sure, but I would potentially repurchase this lip balm because I did really like it a lot. I loved this Tarteist liquid lip paint a lot. I really liked the formula. It wasn't super drying like a lot of liquid lipsticks I've tried. So I would not mind having another one of these. The color I actually really liked. I've heard some people complain about the color and how it doesn't work for them, but for me, I thought it really worked well and I liked the way it looked. And at some point, I do plan on repurchasing my Tarte Expose. It's gonna be a while because I still have quite a few blushes that I would like to get some more use out of before I buy any others. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you've had a great day. I appreciate you watching my videos. If you haven't already, don't forget to click subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. See you.